introduce you to him. His name is Michel Morera, and he's going to talk about young women and financial literacy, which seems to be on many people's minds. He's done more than 20 years of interacting with clients in a variety of investment clients. He developed a passion for helping others pursue their dreams through applying a variety of available investment techniques and strategies. As markets globalize and demographics change, the ability to manage various risks has also increased. And he likes to start everything with a conversation. He's relaxed and transparent. There are a myriad of reasons that people fail to seek financial advice, from feeling they don't have enough to having concerns about being sold everything they don't need. And it's important for young women to get involved in financial conversations about issues that will impact their financial future at an early age, so that they can interact with confidence in their social and personal relationships. He's an expert in the field, and we'll talk about young women, what young women should be thinking about when it comes to finances. And now we have Vermont.
Okay, Mike, I think we have you on the air.
Okay.
Okay, there's a room full of people, and without any further ado, I turn it over to Michel Morera.
All right. I'm picturing a lot of smiling faces, so I'll hold on to that picture. I'd just like to say that it's a real pleasure to be part of this Women's Youth Conference, and would like to thank Bob Barboza for inviting me to participate in this wonderful conference. I've been working with families and finances for over 20 years. And in those years, I've seen some consistent themes, challenges, and successes, and have a significant challenge, though, that I need your help with. I need to find ways to inspire you at an early age to begin the process of learning how to handle money better. And I hope that you will participate in that challenge. Today we're going to cover in this brief time the need for young women to know more about financial literacy, handling money, thinking about money at an early age, briefly understanding how money works and how to plan for the future. And if I can successfully inspire you to begin a process of learning more about money, it can begin to improve the quality of life for all women. One of the challenges in talking about money is that women are typically relationship-based. Relationships are more important to women than money. However, there's a catch to this. I was speaking with a client today that lives in Murrieta, California, and I asked her what she would do differently if she could do it over again. And to give you some background, she is 62 years old. Her husband has been laid off for about a year and a half. Her mom is 82, and she has to take care of her. Many times women are the caretakers of aging parents, kids that need financial help, or a husband that can no longer work. And so to take care of your relationships many times requires money. And she thought about my question, and she just answered what she would do differently is win the lottery. And I told her, well, the lottery is not a financial plan. You see, it's not having more money that's the answer. It's handling what you have well, and the rest will tend to take care of itself. In our conversation, Judy said that she never wanted to be wealthy. She always assumed that she would be comfortable. She was married before and never gave any much thought. She assumed he would take care of her. Well, he didn't. So one of the reasons women need to learn how to handle money better is not to let life happen by chance. When you understand how money works, you will have more of a say in how it's handled. I have had a financial literacy group for young women for a few years now, and I was surprised to hear how worried many were about paying back their student loans. Most weren't sure how these loans worked. There are so many areas where better knowledge of money is necessary. But let's talk about how to save money at an early age. One of the best aspects about being young is you have time on your side. When it comes to money, compound interest works to your favor in a dramatic way. One of the bad parts about being young is that you think you have time on your side. Ask anyone who's between 40 or 50 when you should start saving money, and they will likely say now. In many ways, saving is like dieting. Many people start out great but expect to do too much too soon, so it's critical that you start early and start small. Here are 5 steps to saving. Start small enough that you don't notice it. Make it automatic with EFT, which is electronic funds transfer, or direct deposit. This is very important, making it automatic. When you have to write a check or whatever to save, you tend not to do it. Number 3, learn over time about how money works to improve your returns. 4, seek out a knowledgeable person with the heart of a teacher to help you learn. And this is very important that many people neglect. Set outrageous goals. What would get you excited about saving money, and then work out the steps to achieve them? So let's get to some real numbers. Saving money is not like living like a miser, but intentionally living a balanced lifestyle. If you buy expensive coffee or go out to lunch, you easily spend $5. I took our example of $5 a day, which is about $150 a month. How long do you think it would take to get to $1 million? Not that $1 million is our goal. It could be a car, a house, helping family. $5 a day at $150 per month at 12% average rate of return, in 36 years, you would have $1 million. That means if you start at age 15, by 51, in this example, you'd have $1 million. Now, 36 years may seem like a long time, but keep in mind, as you get older, your salary improves, you might kick it up, you might be able to do it, say, 20 years or 25. But when you're young, $150 may seem like a lot of money. But how many times do you spend $5 without thinking about it? Find someone with the heart of a teacher to help you with some of these goals. Build a circle of trust. The next time your friends want to go out to lunch or go to the mall, give it some thought. Think about it. If that's what you want to do, you can sometimes say yes, but sometimes you have other goals and priorities. Basically, this is how money works. Let's say you saved $1,000, you put it in the bank, it will pay you interest, which is simply rent on the use of your money. Let's say the rent or interest you receive is 2%. So at the end of the year, you'll have an additional $20, which is $1,020. Now, if we're getting 2%, the bank will take that $1,000 along with many other thousands of dollars and loan it to someone who perhaps wants to build a house, and the bank may charge him 8%. So they're paying you 2%, the bank charges 8%, so they're making 6% profit. And that money is loaned out for other reasons, building businesses, and that's basically how we get asset appreciation. I won't get too long into that. One of the basic aspects of building wealth is avoiding debt and saving early. And I can't stress that enough. In time, you can learn how to invest and make money with money instead of going into debt. Which brings us how to plan for the future. One of the great things in being young is that you have time. You don't have to try to do it all at once. One of the bad things is you don't know what you don't know. So in that, you should build a circle of trust. Those that will help you reach your goals. It could be a parent, a teacher, a professional person. It should be someone who has experience and is willing to help you reach your goals. Talk about your dreams, fears, things you'd like to do in life, and begin mapping out steps. Now, I'll have to warn you, many times when you start thinking about money and goals, others threaten, even family, but don't let that discourage you. They will learn in time that they can reach their goals too. Being a young person right now may seem a little stressful, looking around and seeing so many people struggling financially. I remember being a young person during the 1970s. That was a long time ago. It was a similar situation, but for different reasons. I remember sometimes feeling like things weren't ever going to get better. But let me tell you, this is the time for you to prepare. This is the time for you to learn. This is the time for the young woman to come up with ideas on how to make the world a better place, even if it's just for yourself. To help with that, you can ask Bob Barboza about some of the distance learning projects we're developing to help women confidently handle money, develop an entrepreneurial spirit, and change things for the better from a woman's perspective. One of the best things you can do is to dream big, seek out those willing to help you, guide you to those dreams, and that is what I can say today. Thank you for your time.
Now, what I can't believe is that the satellite walked in just perfectly and didn't drop you. Unbelievable. Okay.
All right.
Michael, I'm going to see if I can take a couple of questions while we still have them on the air.
Sure.
Does anybody have a burning question about finances from a young person's perspective? While the satellite is doing such a good job holding this guy.
If you come up to the mic. No?
Anybody want to give it a try? Yeah, come on. Would you please come up to the mic and...
Hello, I'm actually a parent, but I'm asking about would it be smart or practical for a young person to invest into insurance at an early age?
I'm sorry, invest in which?
Insurance, like life insurance, for any kind of financial benefit down the road?
Okay. Life insurance is basically to protection for family. And if you don't have any other investments, I wouldn't recommend it as the first choice in investment.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you.
There are other places to put your money that would be your first step.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you.
You bet.
Michael, this is Bob Barboza. I have a question for you.
Yep.
During the financial meltdown, we got a tremendous amount of emails, voicemails, podcasts that were all pointing in the direction of we don't trust anybody anymore. The younger generation is saying that the older generation made a mess out of the financial situation. What is your response?
Okay. This is the same thing we went through in the 60s and the 70s. The older generation made a mess and the younger generation actually revolted in the streets. The only thing I can say is that a lot of the circumstances of what we're going through are because people in general, the average person on the street, has been somewhat complacent and accepting things for what they were. They didn't find out good information. And all I can say is that if you're a young person and you don't trust the system, learn about it, get involved, and change it.
Now, young people are worried now. Are things getting better?
Over what? Well, that is, we need to qualify. Are you talking about economically or?
Yes, economically.
Okay. They are getting better in some areas. There are major opportunities overseas, but not so much in the United States. So if you're a young person and you have some skills, I would begin to look at the Asia Pacific region, perhaps Brazil, other areas in the world. The world is getting to be a smaller place, and there are tremendous opportunities in the emerging countries. In the United States, we have a long ways to go, and you have to be sort of a niche person to be successful in the United States.
Okay, if there are no other questions in the audience, I'm going to cut this and we're going to take a little break and we're going to move into a circle and we're going to have a little bit of a town hall meeting.
Okay. Thank you all.
Okay, Michael, I'm going to take you off the air and thank you for everything. This is Kids Talk Radio, signing off.